Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here at Osgiliath. It is a fortress of the Dane, here in pretty much the center of the Lonelands, right here. We're about halfway between Weathertop and the last bridge. And the Forsaken Inn is over here on this side of Weathertop. So when we last left off, Candaith had finally told us where we could find Radagast, and we went over here to his tower and went in and were given Book 2, Chapter 8, I believe the Red Swamp, where we had to go collect bog moss. However, that's a level 28, I think, quest? Level 27 quest. And exploring around, the lowest quest I can find here in this area is level 26. Most of them are in the level 27 to 28 range. So this is a little bit out of the capabilities of a squishy little solo burglar like myself. However, Frederick the Elder here, who seems to be the main person, the main man in charge of the fort, and kind of the main quest hub giver, has a couple here. These lower two, Osgiliath to the Forsaken Inn.
Could I speak with you a moment?
There is a place where you can find shelter for the night. The innkeeper is an old man now, and the locals are a stern and morose lot, but the beds are warm and the wine is cold. Travel west along the east-west road that brought you here. The Forsaken Inn is by that road. I know a man named Candac who might be found at the inn. If you happen to go there, bid him greetings from Frederick. So we go to the Forsaken Inn and talk to Candac Brightwood. So we'll take that one. That'll be an easy little light blue quest to gain a few more experience. As you see, we're about halfway through level 24. And we'll also grab Trouble at Trestlebridge. I thank you for your recent help in dealing with our difficulties here in the Lonelands, but I fear that I have received an urgent missive from my old companion, Captain Trotter of Trestlebridge. It seems that he fears an imminent attack upon the town by orcs out of the North Downs, and is asking for any able-bodied warriors to aid them as soon as possible. While we have no men to spare ourselves, I could arrange for a fast horse to bring you to Trestlebridge, if you feel you might be able to aid Captain Trotter. So we will definitely accept that one as well. I said, as you see, it was a level 22 quest, and still cons is a dark blue to us. All the travel quests, as we've said before, are quite over-conned. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to hop on my horse, my pony. I'm going to head over to the Forsaken Inn and see if I can talk to Candac there. And I'm going to spare you the journey. I will just show you once we get to the inn itself. So I will see you there. And we are here. We are in the far rear of the Forsaken Inn, right by the bar and the tavern keep. And here's where we find Candac. So let's tell him we see. Send hello from Frederick the Elder. Frederick is in good health then. I'm glad to hear that. He and his kin have been through much turmoil in recent months. Okay. So he's not going to request anything of us. Sometimes I wonder.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
That's still a small fellowship quest, level 24. You know, one more level, and that might be something for me to do. I mean, sure, it's 4 levels and all, but still, small fellowship, usually that means like a healer or something of that sort. And the last time I was down there in that basement, there's all sorts of horrible noises coming from it. So, we're going to travel back out. I'm going to head back over to Osgiliath, and we're going to talk to Frederick the Elder and get his fast horse to Trestlebridge. So let's rejoin once we talk to Frederick, shall we? And passing back into Osgiliath, ahead of us we see Frederick the Elder. So, Frederick, your friend was happy to hear from you and know that you're still alive. Hopefully that makes you feel better about things.
What do you need?
And where can I get that fast horse to go see Captain Trotter? So, you're off to aid Captain Trotter in Trestlebridge, are you? We'll be sorry to see you go, but hopefully you can do as much good there as you have for us here. Completing this quest will immediately send you to Trestlebridge in the North Downs. So let's go ahead and finish it. And the screens will load in and we will head to Trestlebridge. And we've arrived at the North Downs and Trestlebridge here at the Stable Master. Now once again, let me pull up the map, let you take a look. Trestlebridge is here in the North Downs. Go out one level. Over here was the Lone Lands, where we've had Weathertop and all. In fact, that's the defining characteristic on the map. Over here was the Brelands, which we'll pop into right quick. Show you the manual way. The manual way, of course, we've been there before. Travel all the way up the Greenway, and you arrive in the North Downs, very southern edge of it here in Trestlebridge. So there we go. Beautiful little town if it wasn't under constant attack like this. Alright, and as you see, we've already gained several bubbles. About 2 blue bubbles down here on our experience bar. So let's look around, find out what quests are available in this area, and see whether or not there are things that are a little bit more closer to our capabilities.
I don't know if you can help me.
Listen, I need help. A friend of mine, a girl named Idaline, has gone missing, and I'm afraid something terrible has happened to her. She told me she was having some strange dreams. Dreams of a friend, perhaps a sister lost out in the fields of Fornost. But Idaline never had a sister, and no one from town would be so foolish as to wander the cursed land at Dead Man's Dyke. I guess she had the dream more than once, and it seemed to be distressing her, but I couldn't calm her no matter how much I tried. Now she's gone missing, and I don't know what to do. One thing I can think of is this. North of here there's a man named Colbert. I think he has a camp overlooking the Greenway. He says he's a merchant, but I don't know what he sells or to whom. But he talks about Fornost sometimes, so maybe he knows those lands. Please find his camp and ask him if he's heard anything of Idaline. So we'll talk to Colbert the Mad. That's a good quest for us. Looks like there's a couple more down this direction. There's Captain Trotter himself, one of the men we were looking for.
Stay a moment.
So good of you to assist us. Several of our guards reported a great commotion during the night. A sound like thunder with not a cloud in the sky. So unusual. It's best that you get the whole story from Aggie Digweed. I would go myself, but these orc raids are keeping me quite busy. Aggie guards the north side of the trestle span. In fact, she should be on duty right now. I'm sure it's nothing serious, but you can never be too cautious in these dark times. Very good. And it looks like perhaps another one or 2 over this way. This is Marla Shelton. What does Miss Marla have to say?
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Oh, maybe you can help me. Since time out of mind, our town treasure has been a book, the Founder's Book, that tells of the early years of Trestlebridge many generations ago. That book has gone missing. There's a big orc encampment to the east of town now. It may be that they have the book there still. I know it's foolish to think of a book at a time like this, but I can't help worrying about it. The orcs stole many things from us when they raided the town, and the book is likely still in one of the crates they stole. I wonder if you could possibly help get that book back for us. Definitely got some nice silver and all coming in. I think that was 8.5 silver. So once again, as you move up, you'll notice that as your expenses
Stay a moment.
As your expenses get higher, your rewards get higher as well. At last, someone who will talk to me. Everyone treats me like a criminal, but I'm not guilty of falling asleep on duty. The orcs are to blame. I remember being on duty. The next thing I know, Captain Trotter is shaking me awake, yelling that I had failed to sound the alarm and that Trestlebridge had been attacked. Thing is, I found at my feet the shards of a dried gourd. They were covered in a vile liquid, but no one believes me when I say it was some sort of orc devilry. I need more proof, and I think it can be found at the orc camps north of the bridge. Here, take these old water skins. At the camps you might find some pots or cauldrons with some vile liquids in them. Collect the liquid in the skins and bring it back here. So we'll need to collect 3 liquids from the orc camps. And Elsie, what would you have us do, Elsie?
Stay a moment.
You there, I need your help. Our poor town is constantly under attack from these foul orcs. All of us are doing our part to help Trestlebridge survive, and I'm charged with getting supplies to maintain the barricades. The problem is that the outlying farmers were supposed to be bringing some of the supplies we need, only their farms were overrun by orcs. They barely escaped, and the orcs scattered their goods. I would send for supplies from the south, but orcs blocked that route as well. We need those stolen supplies. The 3 things we need are in a barrel of nails they were carrying, a crate of hammers, and a crate of saws. The orcs should have them at their camps to the northeast. Alrighty then. So it looks like we are being led over the bridge here and off to the orc camps on the other side of the gorge. I'll run over to the side here right quick so you can get a good look. There's the Trestle Gorge. It's way down there. And you see the Trestlebridge itself, a nice big, very, very sturdy, nice bridge that crosses the trestle span. So there you go, and there's our destination, the far side of the bridge and the orc camps to the north. So that is where we will head next. Now I'm wondering, I need to look into the history of it. Did this used to be a stone bridge? I mean, it's got the stone ramps on either side. There seems to be a stone span partial ways up underneath it. So I'm wondering if this is a wooden bridge that was built here to allow people to still cross. Let's see, there should be an Aggie Digweed over here on this side. Should see her ring pop up. That may be it right there. As you see, we are back on the greenway again. Now this area here, you want to be a little careful. There's sometimes orcs that will wander down in here. They will attack you, but most of the time they get pretty much taken care of by all the watchers and guards here. Let's see what Miss Aggie has to say.
What do you need?
Reynard sent you. Good. We have much to talk about and not a lot of time.
Please, stay a moment.
I need your help. The orcs have some foul magic that they hope to use against us. The other night I was keeping watch on this side of Cirith Nur, and I saw dark figures carrying a pair of crates out of Nan Wathrin. I loosed a fire arrow at them to signal the town guard. The arrow struck one crate, and those carrying it dropped it and ran. Soon after there was a sound like thunder and a ball of fire. The others hastily retreated, carrying the other crate. Can you imagine what would have happened if they'd gotten that onto the bridge? We must learn what was in that crate. Would you go to the western edge of Nan Wathrin, search for this crate, and find out what's inside? You may need to look beyond the bridges. So we are to collect the crate contents. Alright, so we have got quite a few quests to take care of here at the town of Trestlebridge and on into the North Downs. So that is where we are prepared to go next. I'm going to pop out right quick, check the time, and I'm thinking this is probably going to be an episode here. We will get another one up later today or tomorrow, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.